Hey, welcome. All right, so we're going to add story zones now to our map. Story zones, as described by the Indie Stone, is basically it allows for small scenes to your map, like a camping trip gone wrong or some others. I believe that there are only 3 stories or story zones that are presently created in vanilla. Other players can add their own, or if you get better at modding, etc., or you explore that, you can, I'm sure, write your own stories. The way to add vanilla stories into your map mod is the same way that we added the zombie types. We have to add a section for the story zones. This is going to be called zone story, so it's going to be just like this business here. So we're going to go do exactly what we did previously in the last video, and we're going to go and open it up. Now, I did show you how to do it with the notepad already, but for me, it's way easier if I use my IDS, which is, how code is written, so that I can just copy without needing to change it. And then this goes up here. This is going to be the zombie type, zone story. And over here, copy, paste. If you did not watch the previous video on zombie zones, I recommend to watch that if you want to learn how to do this with Notepad. It says save. No, I don't want to make any saves right now. I think it opened it twice. So I'm going to go ahead and reopen the world editor, as you know, and then this should load up the new code that we've added, which is going to be zone story. We're going to go ahead and select zone story. We can select the creator, and now we can go ahead and create little zones. The 3 zones that we have here are going to be lake, forest, and beach. So I'll go ahead and create a little zone over here, even though this is just forest, and we're going to go ahead and call this, here's zone story. Oh, snap, I should have saved. Looks like zombies type got deleted. Oh, well. I'm going to go ahead and call this a beach. All right. That's going to be that zone story. I'm not going to forget to save. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go back and remake that that army type from last video. Whoopsie daisy. All right. Army, it was case sensitive. Okay, disregard that. All right, the next zone story that we have looks like is lake and forest. So for the lake, let's go ahead and create a new zone story. Zone story is selected. Here we are. Let's go ahead and select this area here, and I'm going to go ahead and just write lake. As you can imagine, each zone spawns vehicles, items, and zombies you might expect in a scene from a zone of that type, like a bunch of tents, a campfire, zombie eating a hiker, camper corpses, that kind of stuff, right? So that's something that you can expect to spawn. In which case, then the last one here is going to be forest. So I'm going to go ahead and write over here. We're going to make another one that's going to be forest. Cool. And that's pretty much it. There's not really anything crazy to these zones. In this one, I don't believe we need any properties or templates. We simply just add the name, and then it'll go ahead and create that zone, that story inside of your map, so that little things get spawned here and there, little fun things, so that when your characters are walking around, they get a feeling like they're walking at the beach. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go one step further. If that's going to be a beach, I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to go ahead and use our BMP tool to draw sand. So this is now going to be sand to emulate a beach. So when we get our little beach story or whatever in this area, whoops, shoot. Okay, that's fine. We're going to have actual sand to emulate the beach. Great. Dark asphalt is going to go over these. Control save. And now this is overwritten. Oh, looks like it goes way over there. Not dark asphalt, but sand. All right. I'm just going to do large swaths over here like this. And that should cover our little beach. Save, and it updates. Huzzah! All right, good for us. So that's basically it in terms of adding these story zones to our game, to our maps. Again, these are spawn little areas like little campsites, little fun things like zombies eating, beach goers or lake goers or campers or whatever. Just give a little extra level to your game. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and go to the next one, which is going to be talking about some loot zones. All right. Talk to you then.